Hi you guys, if you are following along in McGraw-Hill, this is a video to help you when you are estimating bigger quotients. So we're going to start dividing with dividends that are big, but also two-digit divisors. So before we even start that, we're going to luckily start very mildly with a lesson on rounding those big numbers first so we can solve mentally, because that's always easier, right? So that's why this lesson is called Estimating Quotients, but I call them bigger quotients again because our divisor is getting into the two digits. What's great is, remember when we estimate quotients or we estimated products, we rounded the numbers to find a fact family, and that's where you can use those patterns with the powers of 10 to be able to solve mentally. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. If we had 812 divided by 19, you might think, gosh, that's going to be a long division. We have a two-digit divisor, but don't panic. This lesson is on rounding to find the answer. Yay. So you want to round to something that's going to be compatible, something that's easy for you to solve mentally, and use the patterns. Remember those pattern tricks with the zeros so that it's very easy. So I definitely am going to round my 19 up to a 20. Okay. And then I want to round this to something that is a fact family with 2, because the 0 can just stay. That's fine because we'll use our patterns with the zeros anyways. So look at the 8 and 2. Are 8 and 2 fact families? They are. And are those easy for you to compute? They should be. So I'm going to round this down to 800. And now look how much nicer that is. Oh, that's easy. So remember your patterns with zeros. If you have zeros on both sides, they cancel each other out. Now what am I left with? I'm left with 80 divided by 2. So I'm just going to rewrite it so it's easier for me to see. 80 divided by 2, that's way much easier. The answer is 40. So that's all you have to do. So what did we just do? We rounded so that we could do our patterns trick in order to solve much easier. So all you're showing in this lesson on your homework or on your test when it says estimate the quotient, we are rounding our numbers so we can easily do mental math by using those patterns, okay? That's what you're showing. Let's go ahead and do another one. What if I have 234 divided by 41? Okay, so I want to round both of them. Let's go ahead and change this 41 to a 4D because we like to work with numbers, powers of 10. And then I have 234. Well, I want something that's going to be a fact family with 4. So always focus on that first digit. I can change this to something where these two digits are a fact family with 4. So let's think, well, 4 times something around 23, right? 4 and 23, not a fact family. But what about 4 and 24? What if I turn this into 240? Yes. 24 and 4 is a fact family. How do I know that? Well, relate it to multiplication. What times 4 is 24? 6. So that's easy for me to compute mentally. So use your patterns trick. The zeros cancel each other out. And 24 divided by 4 is 6. So your answer is 6. I love these. Let's go ahead and do another one. So the main purpose here is for you to move and round these numbers to something that is a fact family. Let's say I have 121 divided by 40. Okay, I'm not going to round this. This is good for me because it's already in a power of 10. But how about this 121? Well, the 12 and the 4, those are fact families, right? I can do 12 divided by 4. So all I need to get rid of is this 1. So I'm going to change that to a 0. So I'm going to say my new equation is 120 divided by 4, or divided by 40, because that's easy. I can cancel out the zeros, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. And you're all done. I'm going to do one last one. Let's go ahead and do 272 divided by 34. Now I set it up like this on purpose because your book might do it as well. So can you put this back into an algorithm? How do you read this? You read it as 272 divided by 34. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that because this is the dividend and this is the dividend. That doesn't change. Okay, so now how can we change this? I'm focused on this 3 and these first 2 numbers here because the other digits can turn into zeros. So I've got a 30 and then I want 27. Okay, I need to check first. Is 27 and 3 a fact family? They are. What times 3 gives you 27? If you know it, that's awesome. So let's change this. So 270 divided by 30 is way easier. I cross out my zeros. 27 divided by 3 is 9. All right, you guys, so please make sure you focus on finding your fact families, and I hope this helps you as far as how to estimate quotients with 2-digit divisors.